How we doing today, you guys? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Today's lesson, we're going to talk about trading halts. I recently, about a year and a half ago, I put out a video, day trading halts, different exchanges, where I talk about paying attention to what exchange your stock is on when it gets halted. For this video example here, I was looking at UUU, and it was a American stock exchange. And part of why I go off and I make so many video lessons is to educate other people out there, but it's also like a reminder and a log for myself as well to see how the stock market plays out over time. Now with this lesson here, we're going to talk more about trading halts and what we notice with them. So paying attention to what exchange your stock is on and you're noticing it's getting halted, you'll notice that Nasdaq stocks move differently than American Stock Exchange stocks and New York Stock Exchange. One thing to note here in the news here, you could see DPSI, AMEX, Halt, additional information, and it prints the last price. The AMEX, they're going to be a lot more strict with their trading halt. The American Stock Exchange and New York Stock Exchange, they're more old school. You get any big sudden price action and volatility in American Stock Exchange, they're going to pause the stock, they're going to call up the company, and they're going to say, yo, why is your stock price so volatile, and why are you getting so much volume in on this stock? Are you guys putting out a press release, or you guys about to be putting out some sort of press release? And that's why you'll see, even from the past, these AMEX stocks, let me blow this up, they'll run up and get halted, and then they'll pause trading for an hour, 2 hours, and look at how much they've gapped it down. For UUU here, for example, it was up at $14. They reopened it like 2 hours, an hour later, down at $7 a share. That's a 50% haircut in 2 hours there. You don't want to get caught in something like that. Noticing that here in the news release, AMEX, let's look at an Nasdaq stock. BGXX is an example today. You see here throughout the day, they have multiple halts. Nasdaq, trade halt, volatility trading pause at 1037. The Nasdaq, there are really no market makers controlling and watching the stocks. It's all computers. So they have these limits, volatility trading pauses. When a stock like BGXX runs up like this, it's a computer just stopping it, waiting 5 minutes, and then reopening it and letting it do its thing. When it gets a bit too exaggerated and the stock has been halted, let's say 10 times or more in the one specific day, that's when somebody will step up and take note of it, and they'll step in. The Nasdaq is more like the Wild West. You can look at it. A great website that you can use out there, go to the Nasdaq.com, NasdaqTrader.com, and it'll tell you all the stocks that are halted on the Nasdaq, the American Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange. For today, it's May 18th. These are all the stocks that have gotten halted at some point today. And it lists what market the stock is on. It also tells you the code. And if you don't know what the halt codes are, come right here, trading halt codes, and you have all of these different halt codes, like a T12 you'll hear some traders talk about, where a stock gets halted and additional information is requested by the Nasdaq. A T2 halt, news release. T1 halt, news pending. This is all education and information that you have to know about if you want to be a trader in this market. And this is why I go off and I just record so many video lessons on here for you guys. And if there's a topic that you yourself want to educate yourself on my YouTube channel here, there's a little search bar. Let's say you want to learn more about Halt. Just type in, hit enter, and I have all of these videos that I've recorded in the past, all related to trading Halt. Let's say you want to learn about tape reading. Type in tape reading, and it's going to pull up all the videos in the past that I've made related to tape reading. Same thing goes with level 2, technical analysis, Fibonacci, any topic you want to know about. One thing you'll notice with American Stock Exchange stocks, when they start to get halts like this, they're a bit unpredictable. For me, and what I tell my members here at TradingLearning101, stay away from American Stock Exchange stocks. They're just too risky. This morning, let's break this down. Stock with no volume just comes up out of nowhere from 6, runs up here to 675, and they halt it right here. They trade pausing for 10 minutes, they reopen it, wicks down, rips right back up, they halt it again right here at 850. They halt it for 5 minutes, they reopen it, it slams down right into another halt. They halt it again for 10 minutes, they reopen it down at 7, wick it down here to 630, rip it right back up, then it trends down back to 670, and then all this volume starts to show up, and this stock just starts lifting, running right back up to its highs up here at 850. They halt it again for 5 minutes, reopens, a lot of back and forth action, bulls gain control, they grind it up, runs up here to 1050, it slams down to 920s, rips right back up, runs up here to $12 a share, then it slams down and gets halted at 1050. They halt trading for 10 minutes, they reopen it at 10 bucks, and now it's running right back up to 11. Trading halts like this, it can be super risky. It can be, and I've seen it in my career with these AMEX stocks. When they start really getting halted like this multiple times in a day, you got that fear, halt this, put a T12 halt on this, and the stock could be halted for days, weeks, months. If the SEC or the market maker suspects that there's any manipulation going on with this, that's part of the dangers of this game. So just another quick lesson about trading halts for you guys. I've made countless videos on this topic. I'll add one more to the bunch. As I say to you guys all the time, the more you educate yourself, the more edge you have over everybody else and your competitors. So study, study, study. If you're new here to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Join the Trading Learning 101 community where we all grow as traders and investors. I'm Mr. Wolf. Later, you guys. Have a good one.